Hello guys, welcome back to my video. Today I have the sketch again. As I said before, my videos are gonna be for one drawing I might take one or two videos to finish them because I'm not doing time lapse. Um, for now I have the sketch. I changed his face because last time when I did the face, I don't think I have the picture of his face right now actually. So it's a whole new thing. When I did the face edit, I put it on Instagram. One of my friends saw it and she thought that she saw him in a different way. So she drew that for me, and I loved it so much because I was trying to change the character facial expressions or the facial of the character for a long time. And what she did was really helpful, so I ended up using it after taking her permission, of course. Um, so yeah, right now I have this. It's not exactly the same as what she did, but I have like some adjustments on what she did, like the eyebrow, the eyes, and I like it so far. So now I still have a lot to do with clothing, accessories, and all. So it's gonna take another session of sketching the accessories. I have Pinterest up for references, and I really love what I'm seeing right now. Um, So for this video, I'm gonna ink and color the character. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go like deep and what's it called? Like full rendering. Maybe a little bit. And then I'm gonna leave the rendering for another video. Um but for now, let's add the accessories. So I have the sketch here and I'll add the accessories on top. Why is it so light? Why is it so light? That's very weird. Oh, it is lightweight. Oh no. What? Okay, I'm already having issues. Oh, the opacity. There we go. So as you see in the right corner is a character that I did. I spent 2 days working on this one because I wanted to have a VTuber, but I didn't want anything that captured the face and the movement at all. I felt like maybe it's too much, or maybe it's just too expensive. I wanted to make my own, but it takes time and it's really time consuming. And I don't think I would want to work on a VTuber, even though I think I'm gonna like doing it, but it just takes way too much time. So I ended up making a PNG tuber, which took me literally 2 days, especially with the design I have right now. Um, but yeah, it turned out good, and I really like it. As for the the movements, I didn't give her much movement. It's just like really um, slightly feeling like she's floating. That's all, everything. That's all I wanted to do. And I like the fact that she's not moving too much because I feel like sometimes that might be distracting. Even though I really love the VTuber models, but for now this is what I want to work with. And I'm gonna start using her on streams and start using her on videos. Of course, for streaming, I'm really not sure if I'm gonna stream anytime soon. For now, I just want to make videos, but it's still something that I want to work on. Like it's an idea in my head that I don't want to let go. So far, I'm gonna work on the character I have here, or the accessories. So for this character, I made him like really like he really like accessories. He really like rings and stuff. So I'm gonna add a lot of that. Also, the clothes might change, like this part here. It will change as well. And I'm gonna add like patterns all over his shirts, just to give it character, to give it something to show the nature of my character. I'm gonna add something simple like this, and maybe a jewelry peeking out from here. Oh yeah, I had a design in mind I wanna do. Something like this. I don't know. Just having random ideas, doing random things. Sometimes it's okay if your art is not planned. You just do something that you want to do, and that's it. You don't need it to be planned. All right. I might give it like red, something like a redstone or something. Um, Maybe I'll remove the top part, and something on this hand as well. So I'm really not sure what I want to talk about today, but maybe a little bit about the art programs that you can use and what I think about them. So there's a lot of reviews on art programs that everyone talk about, but the one thing that people don't talk about is why is there like no good art program for painting? Because painting like on Photoshop, um it feels like it doesn't feel like painting on a real canvas. What really feels like painting on real canvas is Clip Studio Paint. When I tried Clip Studio Paint, I didn't know that it had a feature where you can mix colors in real time and see them change, see them like adapt and stuff. It was really, really cool. And even the when you paint in Clip Studio Paint, it's it's really realistic. I would say it's realistic. I tried what's it called? I tried the gouache, acrylic, and oil painting in real life, and had classes as well. And when I tried the digital painting on Clip Studio, I was surprised. It wasn't that bad. It was really, really good. I'm not sure if there is actual painting program for like only painting, but so far the things I saw, I don't think there is. Like I've seen a lot of reviews, I've seen a lot of programs. If you think I was missing something, and if you think maybe there is, you can tell me in the comments if you like. But so far, no, I didn't really have anything, or I didn't see anything for painting, like a program for painting. Um, I did try, what's it called? Um, Procreate. I did try Procreate. Procreate is nice, and I've seen a lot of features in Procreate I didn't know exist. And I've been using Procreate for a while now, like it's been years. And there's still a lot to see and to try as well. Procreate is really nice, but it's not like Photoshop, um, and it's not like Clip Studio Paint. Like if I want to choose between Procreate and Photoshop, I would choose Photoshop. And if I want to choose between Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint, I would choose Clip Studio Paint. Even though I'm using Photoshop right now, it's because I'm very used to it and I'm very adapt like they call it adapted. I don't know, but I'm used to it. I just really like to use this program, and I've been using it for adopted, and I've been using it for how many years now? I think I've been using it for like since I yeah, since I studied graphic design. I think so, yeah. I've been studying graphic design for how many years? Damn. Since 2019. No, 2018. Yeah. Since 2018, um, I've been using Photoshop, and still a lot to learn about Photoshop as well. I don't know what to do with the hand here. I think I'm still thinking about it. Just let give him his hand back so he can see what I'm working with. I wanted to give him like off the thing here, like off the elbow thing going on here. But I don't like that. I don't feel like it fits him. So I might just do something like this. Just make it bigger. I think I need a reference. Looking for a reference for these things, I feel like it's kind of hard. Hmm, no. Maybe it's gonna be something like this. These things are really hard to draw without a reference. I can look for a reference right now, but I know I'm gonna be lost in the Pinterest pain. It's like a wormhole. Once you get in, you can't get out. Cause I've been looking for something for his t-shirt, by the way, and I've looked a lot, and I ended up looking at cats. And then I was like, no, I need to go back to where I was because it's really distracting. It's really, really distracting. I think the problem is I'm not making enough, what's it called, folds. I'm not making enough folds, I think. Maybe it's just needs some folds to give it life. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. So what I'm looking at is some Victorian clothing style, which I was searching for only for the patterns. Um, I don't want to leave the page though. The puffy sleeves? I love the puffy sleeves. Even for me, like my everything I draw, everything I wear, it has to have puffy sleeves. It's my favorite. And right now I'm looking at a lot of puffy sleeves, but it's not for this character. Like I wouldn't draw puffy sleeves for this character. So I might do this. I might just add like I will close this as it was and then add a little bit of puffiness here. Maybe just a little bit because I don't want to do too much, especially for this character. Something like this, right? Yeah, I think this works. Something like that. All right. I'm gonna do the same right here. Oops. All right. Add some around here. Just gonna. There we go. I think this works. Um, Something like that. Let's move this. Yeah, I think this works. Right, I'm gonna move him a little away from the edges because it's kind of irritating me right now. Just like this. Oops. There we go. Then just gonna do this right here. That's it. Okay. So now I'm done with the rings and I want to add something to this. Maybe something small like that. So yeah, about Procreate. I forgot what I was saying. So Procreate is really really nice. The only issue I have with Procreate is the fact that they have like what's it called when you record a video, they have this feature where you can put a picture and then um draw on top of the picture, but when you like finish recording and you see the video, the picture is hidden. It's literally, I think it's called like hidden reference mode or something like that. Because, like, no. No. You know how many people you can fool with that? And I bet all the artists or so-called artists can use this feature and then just copy whatever they have on top of the like the picture they have, and then they would post the video and the picture wouldn't show and everyone will be like, oh my god, you're so talented. Yeah, but they copied that, like, for no good reason. Like, I'm not against copying. You have to understand something about copying. Copying something is not a crime. It's really not. Especially like I'm talking about tracing here. Tracing is not it's not a crime. Every artist does it. And when you trace, there is something you need to understand. When you trace, it's not about the fact that you traced something. It's the fact that are you tracing over another artist's work? Are you tracing another someone else's design, or are you tracing someone else's style? See, here's the problem. Here's where the real problem is. It's not the tracing itself. Tracing is fine. A lot of artists do it. Sometimes you need it. Sometimes like you need to use it for something. Um Maybe for enlarging a painting, for example. Like you want to paint something on the wall, so you print your artwork and then you trace it on the wall but bigger. It helps with a lot of things because no matter how many times you trace, you're not a real artist, or you can't be a real artist if you don't know how to deal with everything else. If you're bad at inking, if you're bad at coloring, if you're bad at like navigating the arms or navigating the legs or the folds. You're just tracing for the sake of tracing, and it's not really a nice thing to do. It's like people are gonna find out eventually, which what happened with me on my work um, as an animator. So we had this client. It was like a really good client. We were having a chance to do something new, and the client was working with someone. I'm not sure who that someone is, but he was working with someone, and the client asked for a drawing of an anime character. We're like, okay, we drew a lot of anime character for a lot of clients, so this is no big deal. Like it's not an issue. And he kept sending references. The references he sent is like, look, this person drew this for me. Like it's really, really good. I need this for my artwork and just like for my characters. This is how I want them to look like. And then I was like, okay, show us the reference. Literally a tracing. He gave us, like someone traced a human being and gave it a slightly bad anime face, and then was like, yeah, show them this. Like, show them this art. When I saw this the first time, I felt something was wrong. They didn't say it was traced. So, my artist instinct, right? My instinct said something is wrong. This is not like no. No, it's not a drawing. I was like 80% sure it was either traced or something else. I don't know. Or AI, for example. So I felt like I'm on to something. And I immediately went to Google. It was like a certain pose for a certain character, like a Japanese character. So I went to Google and I wrote three words, and I got the picture that they traced on. I found the picture they traced. And I was like, oh my god, this can't be real. Oh my, I can't believe they traced it. And they're acting like why our art is like bad. Because we were giving the client options and the client was declining all the options. And he insisted on the trace art that he sent us. He's like, no, I want something like this. So I felt I was really proud of myself that I found the tracing picture, but I was really angry that this is what we're working with, because like the client, like they're fine, they're good clients. The only problem is some clients don't understand that art is like it's not the same for everyone. It's you don't just I don't know how to say. I don't know what to say about this. You don't just draw for the sake of drawing and you call it art and then you just go with the flow, you know? You have to have a certain design. You need to have something that represents something. I don't know, sometimes it's a feeling, sometimes it's just like drawing something beautiful. Something at least with meaning. If it doesn't mean anything, then okay, you know what? Fine. It doesn't have to mean anything. But at least it's not traced. And then that client thought like they really thought that person was an artist. They kept sending us drawing after drawing. They're like, no, we want it like this. Look at this. And all the guy was doing is tracing a human body and then give it an anime face. They didn't even bother to search like creatively or to pull out references from Pinterest. It was just a picture on Google. I found it after typing three words. So, these things happen. These things really happen, and we have to deal with it every single day. Like sometimes it's unbelievable that people believe that the guy was doing art. And I can't believe I found out. I thought something was wrong. I really thought something was wrong. So it's crazy. Like, this is like, just like I said, this is very similar to Pinterest. And it's really, people think it's not easy to find uh, tracing pictures, or they really think they can fool people. But it's really not that simple. You can find tracing like easily. I can tell. Everyone can tell. You cannot fool anyone. So either work hard on yourself, improve. There's no shame in being like slightly not good of an artist, because in the end of the day we all learn and we all have to learn, you know? It's better than being named a bad artist or a liar. It's very not worth it being called a liar over something like art. So still not sure what I want to do with the patterns here, but I think I'm gonna try something which I call patching, not patching, blocking, which covering big blobs like this, and then I can work on that later. This really helps if you're confused or if you want a certain shape, but you don't know how to outline the shape. So what you do is um, making big blobs or big blocks, and then working your way to do something that resemble what you need. I do this a lot of time when like confused, or when I feel like what's it called? What's it called? Yeah, when I feel like there's a brain rot going on, just like now. Mm, maybe deleting some areas here. All right. I really don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing. So that what matters right now, that I'm doing something. I'm doing. I'm doing, guys. Sorry about the coughing. I'm a little sick. I don't know what's going on. I'm just a little sick. All right. I'm gonna try to copy that design here. So yeah, um, people still nag about it. Like, tracing doesn't make you an artist. Yeah, it doesn't make you an artist when you don't add to it, or when you use it for fooling and lying to people. It doesn't make you an artist. You can trace. It's just that you need to know how to trace and why you trace and what you trace. It's not a bad thing. People did it all the time, and it help you learn certain things. You just have to be honest about it. And if someone asks you, like, did you trace that? You say, yes, I did. You know why? Because I'm an honest artist. I don't care what you think. I don't care if I'm tracing for the sake of my drawing being good, but I'm not tracing art style. I'm not tracing stuff like that. For me, I don't trace because I'm used to draw, and I only trace character designs for work because when you're an animator, you need to get the exact proportions for a character, and then you have to trace. So we used to trace a lot to get the same proportions for animation. And then we have to work on the animation. So once you start working on the animation, there's no chance of tracing because it's going to be really, really hard to navigate how the character move through tracing because there's nothing to trace. It's just a character standing and you want him moving. So everything becomes a little bit harder. I like that. I don't know what this is. I just like it. See what I mean? Just blobs, and then you figure things out. I might add something like this, and then something here as well. I love blocking. Sometimes it helps me as well for drawing hands and drawing things that are very difficult to um to have like a sketch of. I mean, look at this. It's just a nice design and it's working. Doesn't need to have a lot of meaning. I'm gonna make it gold and I'm gonna make his shirts red because he's rich. So I want to convey that idea from his clothing. Um, I thought I did a lot of drawings of this character, but I really didn't. There's not many drawings of this character. I was very surprised because I always think that I drew everything. Like, what do I draw? What pose do I like? What pose do I draw? Because I feel like I drew everything. I feel like I did everything, but not really. It's just a feeling because I feel so drained because I draw every day, with work and everything. I used to draw every day. So now I just feel like I drew everything, but not really, I didn't. Gonna add some. This is gonna be gold, so I'm gonna color it the same thing as the blue. And I'm gonna add something like, I don't know, maybe here. Gonna be gold as well. It's gonna be gold. Or no, maybe this part's. Let's see, this part right here. It's gonna be gold. And I'm gonna add another place for the belt here. And I'm gonna change this to make it like this. And then another belt here. A belt here. I don't know what's it called. They call it a belt because it was the belt. Another flap or something. I don't know. English is not my first language, guys. You need to go easy on me. Okay, so oops, did this by mistake. This is what I have so far. By the way, this is what I'm looking at. Yeah. I feel like what I'm looking at has nothing to do with the drawing, but this is what I'm looking at. This is what inspiring me to do this. All right. I feel like I want to add something in his ear, but no. This is good enough. I'm gonna give him the leather pants. Sorry. I'm gonna give him the leather pants, and we're gonna see how this goes. So now to the inking. Oh, look at this. Without the sketch underneath. I like it. Alright. So this is gonna be the sketch layer. Oops. Sketch layer. Did I? Oh yeah, this is the original face, by the way. I thought I deleted that. This is the original face, and this is his face now. Way much better. Way much better. Alright, for the inking, I'm just gonna go for the standard round, hard round. Alright, chill out. There we go. Standard, standard hard round. With a pressure sensitivity, smoothing because I'm doing line work, and I'm not gonna turn opacity on even though I want to. Should I? Maybe I should. And then the flow. It's gonna help a lot, but yeah, I don't think I don't think I want the opacity on. I'm gonna turn it off. So I'm gonna use number three. I like number three. It's really, really good. Okay, something is happening here. I don't know what's going on here, but there we go. All right. Let's see here. Gonna start. Maybe gonna do some what's it called? Hatching? Do they call it hatching? Yeah. I'm gonna do some hatching with the line work. I can do something like this and have a really clean line work, but I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna make it number four. It's better. So I wanna do some hatching. I think it's better for what I want to work with here. So it's gonna be very subtle. Like if you notice it, it's very subtle. This is how I normally do the line work. Of course, for different art style, it's gonna be very, very different. The cartoony art style is also gonna be different, but I like to do the eyebrows as well. Hatching in the eyebrows, like that. A little bit, some like hairs going out to make it look natural like that. And then for the eyes, I like to do something like this. Not color it in. I wouldn't color it in, but I would do something like this. See the movement of my brush, very light, very sweet, very demure, whatever they call it. Then see the movement is very like not, you know, it's very different. Especially when this is like a little bit low quality. I would say it's HD. It's good enough to see from far away, but not good enough to see from close up. But it's fine. This is like the standard that I work on. Here comes the chin. See what I mean? It's not like a continuous line. Some people misread the hatching and they go like this. Like they want to achieve this feeling. Like they want to achieve this feeling, but they ended up doing chicken scratching, we call it. And chicken scratching can work for some things, I guess, but not for everything. People want the feeling of like sketchy line work, I guess. But they ended up chicken scratching, and it ruins the whole vibe they were going for. They're like, I don't know how to do line work. Yeah, you're doing it wrong. There are some line work classes I saw online. I like to add some lines for the shadow, like even here. This is I'm gonna do something like that. Let me make it a little bit sharper, but not for everything. Like not for all the shadows. I would yeah, I would do some patching here, like dark areas, but only for like a small part, not for the whole thing. My coloring methods are usually easy because I'm not a very patient person. So my coloring method won't be taking so much time and stuff like that. Um, I might change the color of the ink, make it a little bit lighter, not true black like this. This they call true black. It might make it like a little bit have a punch of red or purple to it. Depends on the colors I'm gonna use in the artwork itself as well. Sometimes I leave it black, but that's only sometimes. There we go. So very sweet line work here. I'm gonna do too much. There we go. And very light touches for the lashes. I hate going like all dark, especially on the lashes, and this part. Oh wait, I just realized what I did here. There we go. Now it looks better. Gonna keep it like this. Okay. So as for the what I was saying here, I hate making it all dark because going dark makes it look like he's wearing mascara. This is not the look I want to go for. And this is like perfect from dark to light. Like usually I would do this and then add some in the end, like this part, instead of going all dark like this. Okay? Even though some people might prefer it this way, but for this character, this is not what I want to go for. Okay, give him some eyelashes because he's a pretty boy. There we go. And then comes the what they call it, iris? Iris, right? No, this is the iris, the inside. Okay. For this character, I like the inside to be like really small, like small dot, because he's half cheetah, and cheetah has this small dot because they're facing the sun most of the time. And this is what I want to do here. I like it. I like the I don't know, it looks dangerous. I like the dangerous look in his eyes. Okay. We're gonna do more here. The same thing for the eyebrows. Doing like this, and then closing from the top, closing from the bottom. And this is how I do the eyebrow. Give it light touches of hair in the end. There we go. It looks kind of natural. It's gonna be colored. It will be filled inside with um, the colors of the skin, so it will appear a little bit natural. I might make it brown later, but I'm still figuring things out. So for the mouth, just trying to see what's gonna happen here. There you go. And then there's the area where the light can't reach. So it's gonna be dark or black at this in this situation. Not all of it, just some. Don't overdo it. Like don't do this. It's too much. Only there gonna have because this shouldn't show the what's it called? The teeth. And then the rest is gonna be like so for this I don't really do line work for the lips if it's for a man. I would do this and then fill the rest. I'm gonna fill it with um the lips color, which is mostly gonna be red. I would add some black under it, so he's gonna look like this. Oh my god! I mean, look at him, such a pretty boy. Gonna also add some aging lines for this character because he's like 53. He's like a vampire. He lived for a long time, but um so this is the fun part. This is the fun part right here. I love doing the hair. Hair is always my favorite part. When you draw the hair, you have to keep your hand very flowy and very consistent with the shapes. See? Gonna do something like this, and then something. See, if I what I mean by being consistent with the shape is for the hair, there's no sharp edges. Everything is gonna be like very roundy because this is what I want to do with his hair. Um, yeah, this is what I want to do. So, doing sharp edges, for example, if I did this, it's gonna be very inconsistent with the feeling I want, and we want to keep it consistent. Okay, gonna do maybe something like this here. Maybe it's too much. I feel like this part is too much. Here you go. Can do something like this. All right. Um, you can tell I like sketching a lot because I keep sketching on top of the line work, like instead of doing line work. There we go. Maybe I'm gonna, yeah, gonna do this right here. Like you can already see when I do this, you know how sometimes people get the feeling that their sketch look better than the line work? They get that feeling because the line work sometimes is too clean, way cleaner than what they want. When you add pressure sensitivity, when you add like this pencil or this brush has some like lower opacity in it. Like when you see this is like some lower opacity. They overlap and stuff. So having lower opacity sometimes it does help. It does help with keeping the feeling of the sketch while also doing some clean line work because this is what people mostly want to do. And he doesn't look much different from the sketch. He looks exactly the same feeling, same energy, and exactly what I want. So maybe try this line work method if you want your sketch look more like your line work. See, I'm doing a lot of sketching here, but I don't care about that. It's perfect. This is exactly what I want. And then it's gonna be more clean going down from here. Some people say just keep your sketch under your line work and lower the opacity, and maybe that will help it, but I don't like that. I really don't like that. So this is what I do instead, you know? There we go. Also, don't want to forget this. This is like part of the character design. Gonna give him small lines there. Um, Also, I'm very grateful for my friend and what she did with the character design. It made him way better than what I was working on. Okay, yeah, just fixing some stuff. Let's see here. Wanna see something? All right. Just make really big shapes, I would say, for the hair because you need the big shapes and it will help you color in the hair in a good way. Like some people do every strand. That's okay for some what's it called art style, but it can be distracting. And some people make the illusion of having a lot of strand of hair from with the coloring. This is also nice. Like I would also love to do that. Um, but so far I like doing this, doing big strands or big shapes, and then adding little bit lines to the hair. This is what I do all the time. I want him to have. I don't want big blobs here. Maybe something like this. See, it shows that this strand of hair going above this part. That's why some hairs are showing like this. I don't know if you get what I mean, but yeah. Just trying to explain everything. Wait, I'm having some troubles here. Thank you. There we go. Sometimes you need the pressure sensitivity with the eraser as well to help you erase better. I'm gonna leave it like this. Move on here. I'll do that for this part. Can overlap some hair strands. And then gonna you see your lines doesn't always have to be like perfect or like very clean because some parts it just doesn't matter, especially the hair, because you're gonna cover all of this with colors and stuff. If you want your artwork to be clean and you want to have like two like I don't know, only colors and shadows like flat colors, you know? If you're gonna have flat colors, you sometimes, yeah, you need the clean line work. But if you're gonna have like lots of shading, if you're gonna have lots of rendering you want to work on, it's better to just do what you like with the line work. Don't overdo it, because there's gonna be a lot of rendering that's gonna cover all of this. Like I don't mind doing this, but for the coloring I'm doing, it's gonna be less rendering. Maybe I'm gonna render everything later, but as I said, it's not guaranteed. Alright, doing this right here, deleting some lines. Doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe some lines here. And no, I don't want to do that. Just gonna go with the direction of the hair, like that. There you go. There we go. Um, let's see without the sketch. See, it's the same feeling. It's the same feeling. Nothing changed. All right. So another thing I like about Procreate, what we were talking about. Procreate have a lot of features that Photoshop doesn't have. Like for example, if you wanna do a shape in Photoshop, you just go to the shapes, like I don't even, yeah, there, and then you draw a shape. But for Procreate, it's just like you draw a shape, press on the screen, and then it will be like a circle, or it's gonna change into the shape you want to work with. So I like that. It's very, very helpful, especially when you do things um like basic shapes. Very, very basic shapes for the body and everything. Oh, it's been an hour. I was expecting to take an hour. An hour of light sketching and only the headline work. Yep, it's gonna be a long day. We're gonna have a very long day. It's actually what time is it? It's actually 3 a.m. right now, and I have to go out in the morning. So I might have to end soon, but I'm not really sure. I really want to finish this. Or maybe not like that. Maybe something. Just gonna. That strand of hair was weird. Alright. Nope. I kinda do the hair randomly. Like sometimes I follow a pattern and then I don't know what happens that I just lose the pattern and I start doing it randomly. But still, all the edges are rounded, and that what matters to me the most. So I have fluffy cheetah ears, very fluffy. All right, so this is what I have so far. An hour. This might take like I don't know. Did it take like half an hour? Not sure. Now I'm just gonna do this for the neck to be hidden, and then gonna do this. So for these parts, for the part of the clothing, I like to do just like really fast line work like this. Stuff like that, you know? This is what I usually do. I'm gonna keep this, by the way. It's perfect. Just to make them crisp, clean, just how I want them to be. I think I'm gonna delete this one here, just to see what I'm working with. See, I want these lines. I need these lines. It's keeps the feeling of the sketch. It helps. Only on the smaller part. The bigger part, like this, I'm just gonna keep it like one line. And this is gonna be also one line like that. You know, sometimes it feels like I have nothing to say. Like I really want to think about a topic or something to say about or to talk about in this video, but it feels like I have nothing to say. You know that feeling that you've been through a lot in your life and you have a lot of things that you did, happy things, sad things, or whatever. But when it comes to talking, it feels like you don't really have a lot to say. My brain feels fuzzy and I don't feel like I can think of anything. I don't know if this is normal or is this what introverts feels like? Because as I said last time, I'm very extroverted and I'm really not an introvert. Usually when I sit with my friends, I'm the one doing all the talking. I'm the one saying everything, but right now, just sitting here trying to think of something to talk about, I don't really have anything to say. I'm not sure if it's trauma or not. Like, is it a trauma response that your brain feel foggy all the time? But this is what I'm feeling right now. I just don't really feel like having a topic to talk about. Sometimes I really just wanna not talk or stop talking, just keep doing what I do, but you know, it's YouTube and you need to talk about something. You always need to talk about something. Like I'm sitting in complete silence, by the way. Like there's no music, there's nothing in the background. Like not even a video or something. But I hate the silence, but when I draw, my brain just shut down. It feels like this is all I want to do right now. I just want to draw. I don't know if you get guys have the same feeling when you do your hobbies or when you do something you like and you feel like you can do it in complete silence. Like I cannot sit in complete silence. It's irritates me. It makes me think a million things. But doing this right now, I miss drawing. I remember the drawing was something I did to sit in silence, to keep my brain silent for the longest time I can. And it helps me forget everything else. I don't know what I'm doing here, by the way. Like this part, I don't know. Just looks like a seashell. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. It looks artsy or whatever. Looks like a seashell. Whatever, bro. Um, can do this part. I hate doing buttons. They always look weird. I can hide them, right? Yeah, I can. Can just do this. Very light, delicate lines that go down with the main line, which is this one. Just like that. Just like that. I hide it. I'm gonna open this. Um, yep. What else? I might end really, really soon, like before I finish the inking, but I'm not sure about that. I'm getting a little bit tired and hungry. I didn't eat anything since the morning. Like since I woke up, I didn't really eat anything. I only ate some like bread, cheese, and that's it. Ooh la la, look at this. All right, I'm just gonna add few lines here, few lines there. I like this. I like having this stuff, but not maybe not here. All right, I can make this area black as well. Should I? Yeah, yeah, I'll just do it. Also, this area right here, because it's very small, the light won't reach that area. And what else? There we go. I mean, you can see with the character on the screen what I did with her. The line work are very, very clean. And I did use some pressure sensitivity because I like using it. But initially, I wanted to use the round, the normal round brush, like fixed round brush. Fixed means, for those who don't know, fixed means no pressure sensitivity. It's just one continuous line with the same thickness for the whole drawing. I don't like the folds I did here. Gonna redo that real quick. Alright, there we go. And boop, boop, boop. Did it. Um, there we go. I'm gonna make it a little bit lower with the blue. And I feel like this is all I have so far. I like it. I really, really like it. Still the same feeling of a sketch, and it's really lovely that I get to do this with some audience on YouTube. Oops. I forgot that I fixed it here. Yeah, I did. Oh no, I did fix it. I forgot about that. Okay, I just need to. There we go. I'm gonna keep that line. So it's nice actually. Gonna go. Or you know what? I have to delete it. There you go. Just gonna go like this. So yeah, it's been really fun. I like doing this, you know. Because the the first time I opened YouTube and tried to do like art and stuff, I didn't get to do much. I still have the first videos, but doing this is nice because I get to draw a lot. And like I was gonna give up on this drawing yesterday, but I looked back at it and I thought maybe someone's interested to watch everything that I do for an artwork. And I think I'm gonna end up making a playlist with all the drawings for or all the parts for the same drawing because as I said it's gonna be in parts. So that's good. A playlist will make it way easier for everyone. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have uh, many followers. This is gonna be a long, long journey, but I'm here for it. You know what? I'm gonna make it like this. I'm gonna make it interesting. There we go. Interesting. Let me. There we go. Interesting. Okay. Open this one. I like to make the hand a little bit realistic. Um, Something I really enjoy doing. Um, some people might add the veins stuff, like boom, 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 veins, you know? But I don't think I want to do that. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I was thinking about it. I was like, should I? But I'll have to pull up a reference and I have to look how the veins go in the human hand. And yeah, this perspective is a little bit harder. I had to pull up a reference to do the drawing in this perspective, actually. Sorry. And I had to look at a real human hand holding the cup, so my character is holding the cup right. Here you go. Should I make it like, I don't know. It's supposed to be like going inward. Yeah, I think it's fine. I had to look at my hand for a second to figure out the perspective that I'm going for. Got a big jewel right here. Gonna be yellow, like his yellow eyes. You guys are gonna love the colors for this character, actually. See, I always end up making the fingers smaller than what I sketch. I always do this, making the hand really, really big, or the fingers really big, and then I end up making them smaller. I don't even know what I'm doing right here. Feels like a a knee or something. Like drawing the knees. Denise? Alright. No, I'm gonna remove that. Just gonna do this. Okay. And then, like, even the lines on the hand, like these lines, you have to know which direction you want to draw these lines because it's different from one perspective to another. Hmm. I wonder if this is right. Now I forgot where the reference is. Damn. I have to live with this now. Alright. I'm just gonna delete this. I think you can hold something like this, right? Like very, very lightly. Now I'm doubting myself. I don't. Oh my gosh. See, when you doubt yourself so much, you just need to you just need to, you know, see the drawing you're working on, see references. I have the Discord open and I'm actually in a voice call, but I defend everything so I don't bother the people coming in there. And someone's already there making a huge fuss. It's okay. Maybe it's just like he's holding it with one finger. Damn. Can't even make an excuse for myself. Right? No? Probably not. Guys, this is hard. You guys don't know how hard this is. It's frustrating. I'm gonna keep it like this because this is what our reference looked like. I'm gonna keep it like this. Now I'm not confident. You see, these things that they don't show you in a time lapse. Also, I might actually make a time lapse for the rabbits. I did like the VTuber. I did record making her and I'm gonna do something like this first. And then like that. There we go. I did record making her, but it says like in different videos because I had to stop recording at some point. So I am gonna, you know, I am gonna. Oh my god, brain lag. Can I make it a time lapse? Oh my god, okay. Guys, the hand is perfect. I don't care what anyone says. It's perfect. It's really bad. It's not even right. What am I doing? It's to be like. I feel like it's supposed to be like here. Alright. There we go. I think I had everything now. Oh my god, drawing hands, right? Am I right? Drawing hands? Yep. I hate it. I really hate it. Doesn't make sense to me. Does it make sense to you? Doesn't make sense. But it does, right? Like, doesn't make sense, but it does. So the shading is gonna be like this. You know what? I think it does make sense. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this because it's a dilemma. I know I'm gonna feel really angry at some point and then delete the whole thing. So I'm not gonna dwell on this. And gonna make the cup a little bit smaller. Hmm. Shouldn't be like that. Sometimes you need fast hand movement to know what you're looking for. Sometimes you need to focus, but sometimes hand movement, when it's like really, really fast, it helps you see things clearly or do things clearly. Okay, this is me suffering doing one line. Enjoy. Oh my god. I think it's a sketch. Yeah, it was definitely the sketch. It was annoying me. Alright, so we have this. Yep, I think this is good. Should I add a line? Looks better. Maybe I should add lines here. Just to give it some depth. There you go. Maybe a line here. Alright, maybe. Yeah, I like that. Something like that. Okay. Want something settle. Hmm. Okay. Poor girl. She had her hand up for so long. I really hope the why suddenly is it so transparent? What happened? The color, it's the same. What happened here? Was it the flow? Yeah, it was. It was the flow. Do you like working with music or just working like this? I don't know if I'm gonna be like this YouTuber companion that gonna like be with you while you draw, like drawing for hours and hours, and you're just listening to my nonsense and then drawing yourself on your own tablet. Am I gonna be that YouTuber? Should I be that YouTuber? I don't look at artists much when I draw. Like when I want to do something, you know how some people, when they eat, they need someone to eat with them? Yeah, I never do that. I only put like a YouTube video or a movie or something and then eat. Even when I draw, sometimes I just put a movie or I sit in silence for so long. And only then I remember, like, oh, it's very silent in here. Like, yeah, obviously. There you go. Let's settle line. I like these lines, the imperfections. Because no one is perfect and you should love it. Okay, never mind. Ooh, nice. Alright. The rings are very important. I like the angle. Ooh, I love that. Wait. Oof. Yes. I love that. That little fatty area. Just gonna also here, like small fatty area, and then see, it's not always a straight line. Sometimes you have to add some other lines. People think everything has to be a straight line. Nope, not everything. Because the skin has bridges, the skin has everything. It has a lot of things. Even the hand, when you draw the hand, it's not like, and then even the hand is not that simple. You have to go like, see a bump here and a bump here, and then something like this, like going like that, and then go like even this part. It's gonna be like this, and then you do that. You know, even the hand, it's different. Every time I cough, I had to uh, mute. No straight lines here. Okay, gonna add this part. Right. Yay, I'm done with half. It's been like an hour and a half. There we go. I love that. I actually really love it. Maybe I'm gonna add some dark here. Not all the way, just a little bit. There we go. Yep. I love this. Gonna stop here for today. It's it's actually 4 a.m. and I'm coughing and I'm muting every time I cough. You can tell I'm muting every time I cough because the character will move its mouth. And I would cough with the mic off. Cough with the mic off. Okay, whatever. So this is where I'm gonna stop right now. I love this so far. It's amazing, if I don't say so myself. And yeah, I'm gonna stop here. Continue later. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for staying around. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you want me to do specific videos or something a little bit different, I would. Um, I just really wish for you guys to stay safe and do well. Sorry, my brain is barely working right now. So do well on your art journey. My Instagram is open if you need any help, if you need any question, if you want to ask for commissions. Hey, I'm here. I'm still working on my vegan page, but I'm gonna get it there eventually. So yeah, if you enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe for more art videos, whatever they say, and see you guys later. Bye bye.